this is probably reason number 500,000 of why I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. And I'm fine with that. I don't want to do anything for you. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to clean for you. I don't want to be your secretary and set your appointments and chase you around and make you go because of your health. I don't want to pick up your socks for you. I don't want to be one of those people who comes on TikToks and makes funny videos about how you can't do anything for yourself and men do the darndest things and everybody's in the comments like, yeah, my husband does that too. My boyfriend does that too. Fuck that.
There are just as many women out there who don't carry their own weight, don't contribute emotionally, physically, mentally, you name it. There's plenty of women out there that do the same thing. Speaking of somebody who came out of a relationship that did just about everything for the family, it's kind of bullshit. It just is. So I'm glad for you and your end that you take care of your business, but the generalized men, yes, they're all that way, and women are the ones that benefit from marriages and relationships. Like, what a load of shit.
Hi guys, you know what? This is one situation that I think I have a lot of experience with, the modern relationship. Now, Jules Lowell, TikToker, came out with this video explaining why she thinks she'll be single because she really does not want to be that mule, I would say mule, that does everything for the man and just gets maybe a few gifts. And this gentleman came out and he said, this is a load of crock. There's men and women on both sides who don't support each other. And he said when he was in his situation, he was a mule. And one thing I can tell you is I think there is a generational thing happening here, and this transcends race, transcends many different things, cultures, all of that. What it is there was an old archetype. That archetype was the man went out, he worked hard, and the woman stayed home, she raised the children, she made the best of, it was basically she made the best of whatever he took home, and she treated him like a king. So when he went home, his home was a castle. That was the way in which it was done. Then we had the situation where both men and women went out to work, equal pay, which I supported. So what happens is the function of the man as the provider is no longer as needed. It's not a necessity anymore. The man's function more is of a partner, because power couples are, probably the man is a lawyer and the woman is a doctor, or vice versa, or two engineers, or an accountant and a business manager. You have you have a situation where both people are partnering, and in that it's difficult because both of you will get home at 6-7 o'clock, and it's unfair for the woman to be the one cooking. And it's unfair, that she is the one that does the sole child rearing. That will create nothing but problems. And so where I came from back in Jamaica, you had a helper. And so basically you would hire someone to take care of the household, and both people would go out and work. Now, in the first world, that's a bit expensive to have a live-in maid, a live-in nanny. It's kind of expensive. Some people can afford it, but yeah. So we're having that impasse where the woman is expected to carry on that traditional role while still being the 50-50 partner. And I guess I can understand where she's coming from. But here's the thing. And this is what has been happening over and over. It's the way you say things. If you say it in this way, this is not what I'm going to do. I don't want to do this. And, if you don't want to follow what I say, I'll be single for my life, rest of my life. It's just a bit incendiary. It sounds almost as venting, and that sometimes is interpreted in a bad way. Now, a lot of people who listen to me will say, hey, Pookie Jamal is being a simp here. But let me tell you something, guys. I am not a part of a gender war being, hey, I am pro man or I am pro woman. I am looking at the situation of us. we need to have families. Families help to build communities. Communities help to build nations. So if you damage the family, you damage the community. And I am pro family. And sometimes what that means is compromise. And it's not going to be the man's way or the woman's way, but what it has to be is someone has to be the bigger person. And many times I can tell you, when I was younger, I was not ready for that type of view of myself or paradigm. It sometimes, you were, I want it my way or the highway. But trust me, to make things work, someone has to be the bigger person. And when I hear someone vent the way I heard that young lady Jules Lowell vent, it tells me that what she means to say is that where is partnership? Where is reciprocity? And we can't have these traditional views in this modern time because both people are winners. Both people are bringing home the bread. What is the woman's role? What's the man's role? And that's something that is a conversation. It's not something that is definitive and a conclusion can be made. And we can't just come up and say, these are modern women, there's no hope. What has to happen is there has to be compromise. There has to be maturity, emotional maturity to deal with these things. Because in the end, let's be honest, as we said, families build communities. If we keep having the breakdown of the family, you will have the breakdown of the community. So someone has to be the bigger person. And my challenge is for myself is to be that bigger person. And I hope that you, persons listen, become the bigger person in these situations and not just fall into, men are bad, women are bad. Because I think that that's immature. Thanks, guys.